Right to Scotland, where First Minister Alex Salmond will call for the voting age to be reduced to 16 for all future elections, starting with next year's general election, in the first meeting of the Scottish Parliament since a referendum, with both sides saying more people have become politically active as a result of the campaign. Our man James Shaw is in Glasgow at the moment. James, morning. Has there been this surge in political participation as the pro-independence parties are claiming?
Yeah, absolutely, Rachel, and it has been absolutely extraordinary. I mean, if you look at the SNP alone, their membership has gone up about 17,000 since the referendum vote on Thursday, taking them to over 42,000. And the extraordinary thing about that is that the Liberal Democrats, that's a UK-wide party, their total membership in the UK is 43,000. So the way things stand at the moment, if the SNP membership continues to increase over the course of the week, they will be a bigger party just with membership in one part of the UK than the Lib Dems with members right across the UK. That gives you a sense of it. Now, we've got a couple of people here who have been motivated to join political parties just within the last couple of days. We've got Yvonne McKernan and Dennis Donoghue. So just tell us, Yvonne, what your experience has been, what's happened with you over the last couple of days.
Well, for me, it was Friday morning. We obviously woke up to the result being a no vote, and the grief that I felt on Friday that we didn't take that opportunity and the chance to change our society was utterly devastating. To describe it would be a sense of mourning. That's how I felt. So Saturday morning, the kind of anger and the heart was starting to dissipate a bit, and I kind of thought to myself, well, what can I do to make a difference, and how can I get more involved in this? I wasn't politically awake before the referendum. It certainly engaged me, and Saturday morning I looked at the three parties, the kind of main parties in Scotland for me, the Greens, the SSP and the SNP, and I decided I was going to join the SNP because I think that they would be the party that would get us the vast majority of Westminster MPs, and also to have a Scottish Parliament full of SNP MSPs as well. So for me that was a huge step. As I say, I've never been in any political party before. My father was a Labour man, and I think he would be utterly disgusted with the Labour of today, and utterly disgusted at the fact that we didn't get this vote.
Dennis?
Pretty much the same as what Yvonne's saying. I mean, the sense of despair about powerlessness that came about after the vote was quite amazing, and both myself and my partner kind of talked about what we would do and how we would react. And she was down in Leeds actually, and she'd texted to say she'd just joined the Greens on Friday. I suppose I thought about it over the weekend and thought about SNP Greens and decided to go with the Greens as well, really because I suppose a bit more radical policies around the environment, transport, localism, that more kind of in tune with the way I thought in terms of my politics.
I just want to ask you both briefly and finally, this is a response, it seems, to what's happened with the referendum. With a referendum, it's easy to see you've got an objective, you've got a goal in sight, but becoming politically active now, what is the objective? What can you achieve? Just briefly, Yvonne.
I'm still looking for the changes that we were promised with the Yes campaign. I still want to get Trident out of Scottish waters. I don't sleep easy at night knowing that those weapons of mass destruction are 30 miles away from my 2-year-old daughter. I want to see the reforms to help the society round about us. I see the poverty and I see the friends that have been absolutely broken-hearted with decisions with ATOS. I want things like that to change.
Dennis?
For me, it's getting Labour out of Scotland. I think Labour have acted very dishonourably. They've lost the will of the people, really. I think they've betrayed a lot of their values, and I don't think they deserve to be the party of power in Scotland again.
Dennis, Yvonne, thank you both very much. So, Rachel, that is the voice of new political activism in Scotland.